everybody.
Oh my goodness. Are we in here?
We're in here now. Now they can see us.
Is it time to do this again?
We're here.
The Ice Cream Doughnut Podcast?
The motherfucking Ice Cream Doughnut Podcast happens every week.
Hell yeah.
Every week.
It has been. I think we've went 1 or 2 weeks without doing it since we started. And that was because we had some shit going on.
Yeah, some shit definitely has been going on lately in the lives of Below Dirt and Melody K.
Melody K and this bitch ass nigga.
There's definitely been some events that's been happening in our lives.
We're artists.
Yeah.
Belo's a gamer.
I do game, yeah. I was going to get into all that, yeah. You know, we're going to make some commercials for that and everything. Make special ads for that.
We're going to make some
shit's going to happen in 2021.
We're going to make some hella good commercials.
The shift is happening. But first and foremost, I feel like I should address, because this is new, this is the first time that we're recording and going to be on Anchor. You know, well, I should say recording through Anchor to get our podcast out there with all the other podcasts swimming like a free-ass fish, you know?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
I would like you to say something as well.
Ladies, excuse me. I do Ipsy every month. And at first it was $10 a month, and then I obviously boosted up the package that I got, and I paid $26 and some change with tax or whatever, but it's $25 a month, and I get this Ipsy bag.
Mm-hmm.
And this lip gloss is a moisturizer, and it's called Item. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting my camera's here.
It's not there, like I said.
It's called Item.
Big camera. Only big camera.
Oh, it's called Item. So if you're ever out, I highly recommend this lip gloss.
Get that. You get that, ladies. You go out and you get that.
Ipsy. I highly recommend it. I have so much makeup. I barely have to go makeup shopping.
She does have a lot of makeup, you know, but I don't hate on that because I got a lot of random shit. And that's what's beautiful about relationships is it's like, I don't care about your shit as long as you don't care about my shit. And if you do care, at least we're at that medium where we're like, look, you just do your shit and I'm gonna do my shit, and let's make enough space in the house for it. That's all we got.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
you don't say shit, I don't say shit.
Yeah. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like straight up.
And the only reason the house is so messy is because of Javen. So like, if it wasn't, imagine if it was like, I don't know, kids make the house way messier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
then you got to add his shit in there.
Yeah, but
so
you know,
it's just like,
we are not hoarders. I can say that.
No, I get the shit out. I'm like, fuck
yeah,
no.
I'm quick to throw something away. Like I'll say it because we both, you know, we want to recycle. We gotta work that out.
Yeah.
You know, we have a situation where we have to work that out. That's all we'll say about it.
Yeah.
But we can't recycle at the moment, or we'd have to go through. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what?
I meant to look into that.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, recycle people. The Ice Cream Doughnut.
Yes.
The Ice Cream Doughnut Podcast is right now telling you, PSA,
recycle.
Why not? Shit, I know dudes who recycle girls.
It's not hard. All you have to do is call. Wow.
I'm saying, I know some homies who made a song back in the day that's called Recycles. You know, and that's, you know what I mean.
That's fucked up.
Hey, they're about it.
That is so fucked up.
Right. For real, though. Hey, sometimes it be like that. But, yeah, basically this week, you know, Melody K was like, why don't we just talk about artistry, you know, what it's like to be an indie artist and do the shit yourself, and just, you know, some stuff that maybe people who don't do music at all don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Some of our personal experiences.
The people who just listen to music. You know, starting with that, I appreciate people who just listen to music. They don't write it. They just absolutely love it. Like my friend Brittany, just the way she loves music and like how she knows so much about it. You know what I mean? I always appreciate her. Yeah. Because she always gives me good advice when I put out music. Right. You know?
Right.
So music can be appreciated even if you're not an artist, but people who aren't artists out here really putting in that work to get a name for themselves or what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a resume. You have to have a resume when you're out here doing it, or people will be like, what have you been doing?
Yeah, well,
like you're an artist.
Speaking
like with
of,
me.
Speaking of, yeah, but you know, that's the thing. It's like, I had one made, but the problem with that is that I feel like it's like this. You can have one made, but with my case, after it was made, we done did a whole shit ton. Like, it was the year.
You're supposed to keep it and keep adding to it.
I know, but it was solitary. You know, I mean, whatever. It was already done and did. You know what I mean? Like, it was just done, basically. And we didn't do it that way. You know, and that's why we're doing this. So
what's it called?
I don't know.
It's not an EKG.
It's a electronic press kit.
So EPK.
Yep.
EPK. Okay.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. And you definitely should have that. And if you know what I mean. And another thing is, I mentioned it in the songs and everything. Pay. You know, if you can do something yourself, do it yourself, right? But
what do you mean pay?
That's what I'm getting to. Oh. No, that's what I'm getting to is pay for the shit. Like, pay anything. You know what I mean? The EPK. That's not. You can do it yourself. Or you can pay a little money, and it's going to look really professional.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
It's like a portfolio. They make you do those in school. Yeah. Like, after you do so many classes, you have to have a portfolio for everything that you did.
Right.
You know? And it's like you keep updating that throughout your time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
It's like a job. Like, being an artist is a job.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
But people don't look at it that way.
Oh, no.
They just look at it as, they're just having fun. And it's like, yeah, people drink a lot. People smoke a lot. Some people do a little bit more than what you should. You know what I mean? But that's like not every artist. Like, some people take the shit way. I mean, not saying, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people look at people who do music as like a partier or a living on
the edge.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily want to say that. It's just, I feel like artists try not to take life so damn serious. You know what I mean? Like, you can drink and you can smoke and not get addicted to the stuff, you know? And you can still be productive.
It's all about moderation with almost anything in life. You know what I mean? Like, even with music, like we're talking about, this episode is all about music, right? Like, it's like with me at one point, I would stress myself out about certain shit, and it's like certain things. It's just like, it's not that deep. You know what I mean? You take yourself too serious sometimes.
It is though. Like, certain shit is that deep. No, you shouldn't stress about it.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Like you did, but then again, it's like, how do you not? It's like with a regular job. Like, if you get put on a show, you need to sell tickets. That was stressful. If you didn't sell enough tickets, because one show, there might be 50 people that show up. The next show, you might have literally none. Or the next show, you might have 3. The next show, you might have 20. It's never, you know, it's always so.
It can be consistent. I know what you're saying.
It can be consistent.
It can be, but
it's not always
not
consistent.
At all. Yeah. Sometimes you can you could be on a roll almost. And so, like, one concert be like 35, and if it's local, and I mean, and depending on your fan base, you gotta imagine, you gotta give shout out to everyone who is an adult who is going out of their way to go and buy a ticket to see you, just because, like, this isn't where we're all kids and we have super free time. That's a real supporter, you know. That's it's awesome. It's just like, sometimes, like, another thing that we could talk about is like the whole buying the tickets from the artist as opposed from the door. But so
we're definitely going to talk about that.
So we preach about that a lot. But for in your instance, when you just did that show, the tickets at the door went to you, right? Because you put on the show.
Yeah.
So that's a totally different, you know what I mean?
It's a totally different ballgame being a promoter. Like, I give mad props to the promoters, because if you bring out a headliner, you got to pay them.
Yep.
You got to pay the venue. The venue's not cheap. You got to pay for sound. You know, like, that shit adds up. And then if you don't have all the people that you need to come buy a ticket, you're not going to make any damn money. Right. So you're literally doing it for the love. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not fair to these artists. And I'm not just talking about myself. Like, after being a promoter, you see how many tickets everyone sells. And, like, people usually don't sell tickets to the last minute. That's usually how it always is.
That's our case a lot of time.
But the artists are stressing out because if you do have a headliner and you don't sell a certain amount of tickets because the promoter put the money into the show, like, they have to make their money back somehow, some way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And then the artists are stressed out because it's like, oh, well, I didn't sell, like, I suck. I didn't sell the tickets that I needed to sell to not have to pay out of pocket myself.
Right.
And then I feel like I suck because I'm like, I remember when I first started out, I sold 2. And, like, sometimes I didn't sell any. And then one time I sold, like, 24. And then one time I sold, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like, but I'm newer to this. I feel bad for the people who have been doing it for so long.
Right.
You know, because that could be, that like weighs on your pride and I'm not, and your ego. Like, no, your ego shouldn't rule you, but if you're cool with these artists and you want to support them, even if you don't come to the show and fill up a body, you should still pay for a ticket. Only because this is a job for those artists. You might see those artists working other jobs, obviously, to stay afloat and to provide for themselves. But this is like a part-time. And it's not really part-time because it turns into a full-time job when you're doing shows and you're making music. Like, doing shows, you have to rehearse. You have to, if you have more than one person rehearsing with you, you got to get together with those people. Yeah,
and if you're a grown person, that's more difficult than it sounds.
Way more difficult.
You know what I mean? But that's, no one's to blame for that. Goes hand in hand with what I was saying a little bit ago. It's just you're grown, and you don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, you do. And it, coming from me, like, I was doing it since I was 17. So in that, you know what I mean? Kind of in that, I was like very free with a lot of the people that was working with. It was just the homies anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we was just kicking it anyway. We didn't have a bunch of shit, or finally figuring out, oh, you got to start doing different shit. You can't, not everyone's going to sit there and be like, yeah, I'll come over every day or multiple times a week and fucking sit there and try to make songs all the time that you're hoping people are going to vibe to, if nothing else, vibe to, but hopefully pay for eventually. Because it's all, like you said, it's a job. It's not a job, because when you think about a job, sometimes I think, like, I don't want a job. You know what I mean? You want a career. Yeah. But it's like, people got to literally believe in you. They have to believe in you, or else that's where you're like, and then that's also on you, because you got to sell yourself.
Yeah.
You get me?
I appreciate all the people who have bought stuff from me, because my mouth has dropped. I'm like, damn, thank you guys. Seriously, because it really does mean a lot. But after doing the show, it just reminded me of when I first started, you know what I mean, too? And, like, it just puts a lot more into perspective for the artist.
You see a different world, too.
You do, yeah.
You're on a different side of the field when you do that shit. There's, like, making beats and stuff.
I love making beats.
Like, when me,
I need to get back into that.
When I was just rapping, and then I used to, we used to quote unquote steal beats from YouTube, but we didn't steal them.
Everyone goes
but
through
you
that
get what
stage.
I'm saying. What we did was we took them, recorded, and then put the shit on the internet for free.
Yeah.
Never got paid. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just, but what that did for us is, like, made it to where you got more and more and more experience. We dropped like 4 freaking free mixtape things. Eventually you get better at fucking rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fun.
It's work, though.
And it's really fun, though.
You said it wasn't a job. No, to us it doesn't feel like a job because it's what we love to do.
Right.
But if you're, like, looking at it, you know what I mean? That it's work. Like, if you do shows, rehearsing is work. No, you're just dancing around, but memorizing your lyrics, making sure you say them right, making sure you breathe right, like, that takes a toll on you. That's stressful. You know what I mean?
And we were doing 4 people. Imagine that. You know what I mean? And then sometimes, here's a good little story, right? Like, sometimes you go and you do a fucking show, and if you have 4 people, you and you have a stage that's completely crowded with musical instruments, such as a complete big ass drum set, and all these just extra equipment. Then you got 4 people, and we're all trying. You can't move.
No.
At one point, we could not move. We opened for Twisted. For what was that again?
Odd Bodies.
Fright
Fest.
And I think it was like 2018. And
was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
it was.
I think 2018, 2019, we were just mainly 18. We were just show after show after show after show.
I know that was only 3 years ago, but it's still like, wow.
But yeah, that show basically, to wrap that up, it was all of us up there, 4 people, with just no room. If you wanted to move, it was literally like one foot or so this way and 1 foot this way, and that's it.
Peacock's was just like that.
Yeah.
I swear.
But we rocked that. Is that the one that was over with Lex the Hexmaster?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, that shit was dope though.
That
stage
so
was
fun.
so little.
But that was so fun. It was really small, but that was so much fun because we got it to where we got those people to fucking... We didn't even get them. When I say that, it's not like we were like, hey, repeat this. We're going to say this and repeat this. We were just performing. And a lot of these people weren't there for us. That was one of the shows. We didn't sell that many tickets.
Yeah.
But it was pretty crowded for a fucking small bar.
And people were...
And they were saying our shit back. Our lyrics back. We got it on video and everything.
For laughing at... Our song Laughing at You.
Excuse me.
Our song Laughing at You. People were singing that back to us.
It's fucking awesome.
And there was hella people there. We got video footage.
Yeah.
Proof.
Yeah.
Of that shit. Should have performed that at the last show.
And if you want to hear that song, you should go to YouTube and type in Laughing at You, Below Dirt, Melody K.
Yeah.
And you will pop up and you will get it.
You
will pop up on it. And you will get it, brother.
It's dope. It's dope. It was produced by Legion Beats, and he's been doing shit for like 18 years, right?
Yeah, I mean, crazy.
That matters. That's another thing. When it comes to this music, man, I'm going to be fucking real, dog. Yeah. Like, when it comes to this music, even if you are self-taught, you should still try to learn from the veteran artists who have been doing it for a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's where the real knowledge is. They've been doing it for so long for a reason. Like with Legion Beats. He's been literally doing it for years.
And speaking of... okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Speaking of doing it for that long, I just did an interview with an artist. Found this out, and then we'll segue back into it. But I just did an interview with an artist who's been rapping for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And he's not much older than me.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because I was like doing the interview and I asked him, spoiler, this is one answer. I asked him how long ago this CD came out, right? And he said 2001.
I was
and
11.
I believe it.
How old is he?
I don't know. He has to be at least like 34 or so.
34?
Yeah. So think about... Wait, okay, I'll give it to you like this. What's the legal age for president?
35.
He's 34. Because we talked about that as well.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, you go be on the lookout for that. That's going to be on my YouTube, Below Dirt. It's going to be fucking fresh.
Two-tone.
Yep. 222.
He's really dope. His music was dope.
He has this very own vibe. It's very dope. I heard of him forever. And he just, I just constantly seen him do stuff. And then we even had put on a show in 2019, or an audio party, 2019 is what it was called. And I invited him to come and do the show, come and perform. And he did, and it was dope. It was a great night. No fights, no violence. There was people freestyling.
There was no issues at all.
Yeah, it was dope. It was really and you know what's funny? It was lightweight, like a dream come true to me. Because when I started rapping, it was only because my neighborhood was getting tore down. And I've told you this, obviously, but this is new to this. And neighborhood was getting torn down. And I was like, young as shit. And I was like 13 or something. And I was like, if we start rapping, we can make it to where we all stay together. You know what I'm saying? And then it didn't quite work out like that. But then I was like, oh, if we start rapping, then we can get each other jobs and shit like that. And it didn't eventually work out, but it worked out to the point where it's like, for 20 years, known these cats, and they've supported the shit that we've done this whole time. How many times have you seen the people I'm talking about at these shows? Constantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But my bad. I was just
shit's crazy.
It was just cool. It's just cool, man. It's like it was a dream come true because I got all of them were there. Mm-hmm. All of them. It was funny. Yeah. All the people from the neighborhood were there. You know what I mean? And then I had my homie stepdad doing the security. So it was fucking wild. It was cool.
Yeah. It really was a dope ass night. And then it's like with like the ICP shows back in the day. I forget dude's name, but he was always there. Every single ICP show I went to in Ohio, obviously. Yeah. But he was always there. And like the local clown crew. Right. Who made hot dogs and hamburgers. They were just always there. Indiana. They were in Indiana, and I believe they were in Kentucky. They were in Michigan.
They were in Michigan when I opened for fucking Twisted. Yeah. For Twistmas. Yeah. Because you would talk about them, and I was like, I didn't know who you were talking about. Yeah. Then we got there, and they were doing that, and I was like, oh, what? And you were like, these were the fucking people I've been telling you about. I was like, oh, my God, they're so cool.
They're dope. And, and that's the one thing we were lacking. I wish we would have had a permit, but I'm going to work on that for future shows and stuff like that. Yeah. A permit so that we could cook food and do that because it was so nice being able to go out there and get hot dogs, hamburgers, and chips.
But this is something you got to mention because now that you said that, it sounds like we didn't already do that. We didn't sell them.
No, I want barbecue.
I know, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is for the sake of the podcast, they don't know. At our show, I bought a bunch of pizza for free for everybody
who did.
Exactly. We got to put that out there. These people don't know that.
You did. And we did gift cards.
So
too.
I got
we gave people gift cards.
I got a bunch of pizza from fucking Little Caesars cuz you know what I'm saying, them hot and readies. Got it. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. What's like 30? I think it was $35, $40 worth of $5.
40, I think.
It was, and it was cool because it was like
I think everybody got a piece.
It was dope. And then the same dude who was doing the security made a shit ton of sloppy Joe type things.
Yeah, and brought those too.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Like we did that right. That was a party.
Technically, you're supposed to have a permit,
but it's free. It was free. No, it's for free. I don't think. Hey, comment down below if we have to have a permit to give things away for free.
If it comes, there could be a liability, like if it gets someone sick or whatever.
Yeah,
but
there was a line. But look, I'll tell you right now. Then
again, in Ohio, it's modified 50%. So, like, the client would have to be more at fault than the claimant, or the claimant would have to be.
Well, it don't really matter because the fact of it is that in 2019, when this happened, not only did everybody eat, everybody eats.
Everybody ate.
But everybody had a good fucking time. And no one hit me up. I know that much. We're running the Aura audio pages and no one was like, oh, I got sick. In fact, motherfuckers for a grip was like, that was dope. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah. Thanks for telling me to come and perform all this and that. You know what I mean? And when this COVID shit goes, I don't know, man. I don't want to speak too quick. You know what I'm saying? But like, that was fun because that was a party. At first, I was trying to do it like just a concert for us. Like, oh, no, like a festival. I had high ass dreams, and at the moment, you gotta fucking walk before you run.
Yeah.
But it was a great fucking first experience with putting on a show, and I know that yours that you put on was great too. It was fun.
Amazing. Yeah.
It was good, and it was in a different place. It was nice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
it's a party.
So I was gonna just randomly, you know what I mean? I wanted to shout out some new subs for the Below Dirt YouTube channel. Sir Daryl, Zach Bede, Bianca Eason, Boyd Paul, David Sweezy. I think it's Sweezy. Sweazy. So yeah, shout out to y'all.
I'm gonna shout out mine.
Uh-oh.
It just doesn't always show me.
Y'all
but
know.
I know I had a new subscriber the other day.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about something else. I don't know how long it will take you to get that up there. But talk about what artists need. because we're all talking about music this time.
Tino Nano.
Shout out.
505.
Shout out.
Fago Warrior, that's my Twitter friend.
Yay.
Brainiac's Brain.
Shout out.
They commented on the Lady Insane video. Demonic Rebellion.
Yay. Shout out.
Vitor De Castro.
Shout out, baby.
I hope I said that right.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to all of them. Every time we get a sub.
For real.
Y'all don't know, because like when you like the videos, when you watch the videos, every view, everything does count.
People
it really
does.
It don't, but
and that's another
counts.
thing about being an independent artist. Like, people won't watch your stuff. It's like, why? Like, see what's up. You know what I mean? You might not be a nosy person, but come on, that view helps. Like, you could potentially help those independent artists get paid.
Right.
You know, like,
exactly.
if you reach a certain amount, you get paid for what you're doing. It's really not that hard. It's not that hard to share something. And I'm not saying this because I'm an artist, you know, like,
in general.
I relate to it, obviously, because I am an artist, but like, just sharing it doesn't cost you a dime.
No.
Viewing it doesn't cost you a dime.
It doesn't cost you nothing.
Leaving a comment
does
not cost you a dime.
Can we get a comment in this bitch?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you're on your phone. Who's not on their phone constantly?
Exactly. Except for, like, I know one dude, and you know him too, obviously.
Yeah.
But he just breaks his phone all the time. It's just like not normal shit.
Well, I try not to be on mine 24/7. You know what I mean? And that's understandable. But as much time that goes by, you could have already watched that stuff.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
People just forget.
Even just one time fucking matters. You know what I mean? But
just once.
Sometimes it's you just can't convince people to, you know, do anything. You know, and that's why you got to be as humble as you possibly can. That's another thing about being an artist. It's like an independent artist. You got to be humble. You got to be confident, obviously, but you also got to be humble, because you're just not going to get those people. You're going to get I've been straight up told by people after I've been doing it for years. One dude was like, I was working with him, and it was just like a friend of my stepdad or something, and he was like, you still rapping and stuff? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, you might as well give that up, man. If you didn't make it by now. I was like, come on, bro. Like what the fuck? Why would you do that?
Because
he's a dope fiend now. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to say,
because they're not happy with their own lives.
Right. And it's because, like, anyone who is actually, like, supportive of you, or because that's the thing. You don't even have to, like, share everything we do, anything like that. But every time you do, let's say we make 2 albums and you shared 1 song out of, like, how many songs? I don't know.
1 song out of 20.
Like 50. Yeah, I mean 30. Like, yeah, like, come on, dude. That makes so much of a difference.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate the people who really do share my shit. But the people who be like, oh, yeah, I see your stuff, I just don't like it. People have told me that, and I'm like...
It's scary. Didn't you say someone said it was like in your face rap?
A friend I went to school with, she told me she's not into... No, because I'm not going to call her out like that. She told me that she's not into that, and there's nothing wrong with her opinion. She's not into the whole in-your-face rap, and I'm like, well, I don't just rap. I have been just rapping, but I also sing too.
Right.
You know, I do both.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, but that's the thing is, like, you know, and this is something that my cousin once told me, because I got a little upset because someone said something and they were basically just doubting the fuck out of me, and it was someone close to me, and I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And then, like, you know,
always.
And they, you know, they were like, well, he doesn't have any, like, artist, like, he doesn't have love for the arts like me and you, basically. So I was just like, you know, I was like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, to a lot of people, I won't say everyone, but to a lot of people who don't, like, make music, like, that's a very personal thing. You know what I'm saying? They won't, they'll see it as, like, a joke or whatever. They just don't get it. They're like, dude, you're just wasting your time. And it's just the same thing with before, but it's like, it's one of those things, like, that's something I truly fucking love. Just like I know you do. You haven't been recording forever and a day, but you've had music influence in your life for ever.
Yeah, I
well,
might
these
not.
people don't know
that's
that.
what.
We gotta
let's
know.
go in the head and
Let's
say
go.
it. That's what pisses me off about people. Or they're like, "Well, you haven't been doing it for as long as everybody else. Like you haven't been putting in that time." And no, I might not have been out here on these stages, but I've been on plenty of stages when I was in high school and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I didn't handle it the same way as everybody else did. I wish I would have. I wish I would have taken it a little bit more seriously and performed more.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like behind. I feel like.
That's how you feel, yeah.
I feel like I'm behind because I don't know everything. But then again, it's like, fuck you guys. Like, I'm not behind. I'm still learning. There's nothing wrong with learning. Just like with recording, I really wish I would have recorded way more. But like back in the day, like I just wrote the songs and I just like put it to a beat, and it was my beats that I was making, or YouTube beats, random YouTube beats too.
Right,
I didn't only use the beats that I had. So it's like if I would have been recording back when I was like, I was just like rapping the song on top of the beat. I wasn't like.
Got a fucking cat in the background.
Recording, yeah, right. I wasn't like recording it, you know, and it's so fucking hard to find to me. And I don't give a fuck. You can call me out, you can roast me for all you want to. I don't care. I don't care to show my weaknesses. I don't give a fuck. I know myself well enough to be able to not care what people think about me, but it's fucking hard to me because like you don't know your sound for real. So with me singing, and it could just be me. I could just be making it way more difficult than what it is, and I could probably just be overthinking it. You know what I mean? But it has taken me a while. Like I got my rap voice down. But the singing voice, because I have an alto voice, so it's low. And here I am, I'm trying to sing high. The fucking beats, I don't know what key the fucking beat's in. And then I don't know what key I'm singing in. And then I have to get my voice to match that shit because that shit fucking matters.
Right.
And it's rough. Like,
well, I'll just, let me just stop you
anyways.
there. Because from someone who has been doing it longer than you, dude, I'll give you mass prop. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? I'll give you mass props. Because with the little time, that isn't really a little time. It's fucking years, and it's constant. Whether you do, that's another thing that people who don't do music, they don't get it. It's a everyday thing.
Yeah,
even if it's not like sitting there, I got to write for 5 hours out of my fucking 12, 16 hour day. You know what I mean? Like, it's a constant thing, man. And for what you've done and what you've accomplished, I give you mass props. You know, it's just me, but at the same time, it's a real deal thing. It's a genuine thing that I give you mass props, because within a little bit of time, you've been done a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and you're just
because I'm behind as people see it. I'm behind, and I feel like, you know, like I don't let everybody get to me, but when it comes to the like not doing as much as everyone else is doing when it comes to performing in my catalog, which I don't have a huge catalog either. I don't.
But you're changing that, because what people don't know is that you got hella songs right now.
I know.
And, you know, that'll be something else that's going to, you know, keep up with us. We'll have the social media, you know what I mean, on the screen and whatnot. But, like, and in the actual, whatever it's called, the information tab down thing.
I don't even know.
But, like, you know what I mean? Keep up with us, because you're going to see some shit. You're going to see some shit from her. You're going to see some shit from me. And if you keep up with everything else, you'll see some shit from a lot more. You're going to see interviews. You're going to see all kinds of shit. Songs dropping. Maybe some surprise songs. Shit, you know what we did last December? We did a motherfucking holiday special where we, once again, gave away shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't understand, we're not balling. Okay?
Oh, I'm balling.
We're not. Well, we're not. We have not made it.
Kidding.
We have not made it. We're not balling.
Yeah,
so like, we're going
not.
out of our way because we want to. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, just like the show, like you said, we were talking about the Aura Audio Party, 2019. we gave away 3 different gift cards in a raffle. It was all the way fair. Like, ain't no one fucking... The promoter is the one who took out the tickets. We didn't even fucking touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the way fair. Like, that's how shit needs to be. We've done raffles. I did a raffle when I released this CD called Better Than Your Favorite Local. I did raffles, like a contest, where I just gave away free shit. A poster, a CD, what else? Like, there was a bundle, a shirt, all kinds
shirts,
of shit.
Yeah, I was going to say shirts.
You know what I mean? It's just the love of it. Because that's what it really comes down to.
Because a lot of it is the love.
Well, if you didn't have love for it, and you ain't making a shit ton of money, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, you gotta love it. Like, love it, you know? You know, obviously. But.
Which makes sense as to why it gets so discouraging. But
yeah.
Just gotta keep making the music, because the more you make the music, the better you're gonna become.
Exactly. Everything. You know what I mean? Like, everything...
Don't just make it. You got to record.
Right,
you got to record
well,
that
it's
shit.
Just
you got to
get
your sound down.
It's just like everything, though. Like, with streaming. Like, and I'm doing this, and I know you're probably going to laugh, but this is what you do. So, with me, I stream at least like 3 times a week, usually. And twitch.tv / Mr. No Fun. With a K and a W. Mr. No Fun. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's all you do is you plug that and you just keep going. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do it all the time, but from me doing it more consistently, I get more people there. If you only do it once a week, no one's going to listen. No one's going to keep following you because you're not a blip on people's radar. Just like our real-time reaction on YouTube, on Melody K's YouTube and my YouTube, Below Dirt. Because we constantly do that, people gravitate to it. They see that you're always doing it and you're consistent. That means you are reliable.
Yeah.
You don't want anything or anybody who's like, I'm just sporadic. I'll just do it whenever I want. And yeah, you won't hear from me for months or maybe even a year. It's like, a lot of people ain't going to keep up with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you keep doing it and you're diligent, you're going to grow a fan base.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to grow supporters. You know what I mean? Like, we know. The proof is in the pudding. We've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know? But, yeah. That's pretty much, you know what I mean? I mean, we can go on forever. It's been 37 minutes type shit. No problem. It don't even feel that way. You know what I mean? Because that's just how this shit is. Like, one thing I wrote down I was going to bring up. Distro Kit versus CD Baby.
Oh, man. I haven't had any problems with Distro Kit.
I like them both. They both, that's what I'm saying.
I like Distro Kit better because literally, I guess you could pay CD Baby a certain amount and not have to pay like every time you upload a song.
Right. Well, that's if you do singles. Like, let's say you do an album and you don't constantly do singles because it's like $15 a single. But if you do an album or EPs, then it's like, I think $30.
It's technically better for independent artists to do singles.
Well, either way, you know what I mean? So I think some people can get away with doing, some people are different, and you know this. Some people can make a whole EP in a very short amount of time, and some people cannot.
Yeah.
It takes a little longer. So, like, some people, let's say Ouija Mac, for fuck's sake, for a good example. That guy can drop a mixtape, no problem, like every 3 months, I feel like. EPs and mixtapes drops all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people, it takes a little bit. Sometimes they'll get one album out a year out of people, So, I don't know.
I'd be, if I had more time to do music, I would have shit all the fucking time.
Right.
Because I feel like it's because I haven't put out that much shit. Yeah. And I just have so much that myself have to catch up on,
right. Well, and that's another thing about being an artist is like you do bring yourself more value when you go to school for shit or when you, instead of just writing, recording, and performing your own music, if you also make the beat, you're adding more value to yourself. You're being able to own your rights for that and you're saving money every time. If you record in your own house, you're saving money every time. There's nothing, I'm not knocking anyone who has a studio. You get me clearly, but you can do it yourself. That's why certain labels will even tell you, like, we won't even hire new people because there's no reason to. You can do exactly what we do at your house independently.
Well, who has the money to pay, like, studio time and fucking lyric videos, and then you gotta pay for the beat.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then you gotta fucking pay to get artwork, you know, and like you gotta pay to upload the song on CD Baby.
Right.
Or you gotta pay Distro Kid once a year. You know, I forgot you asked about CD Baby and Distro Kid.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's about the only difference between them. It's like, so Distro Kid, you pay one yearly annual fee, and you can upload anything. But there's different levels to that. Want. Yeah, but there's different levels to that.
Yeah.
Because you could do only you, and it costs a certain amount a year, or you could do 2 artists, or you could do unlimited for a certain amount every year.
Yeah.
But CD Baby, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
You can do you could do me as an artist, and then I could upload 1 million people on one track. You know what I mean?
There's different levels.
Oh, yeah. So, no, it's just an annual fee compared to a every time you upload fee. So, like I said, if you were a Ouija Mac, he has a fan base. You could sit there and take your EP every 3 months, and you're going to sell definitely over the amount that you're putting the money into, because he has a very loyal fan base. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's about it. Pay once a year for different levels, like a gold membership, silver, all that. Or you pay every time you upload, but you can basically upload anything you want. You know what I mean? I don't know you know what I mean? There's not a max out to it, basically. But, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's about it. That's all I had to say about it. I just, like, some people don't know what Distro Kid and CD Baby is. That's a good way of distributing your shit.
Yeah.
Because you can
That's how you get it out on every major platform.
Right. You can go
and then you can pay a little bit extra to get it out on Tidal or, like, other shit.
Right. True. Or YouTube. There's, like, a YouTube Live. There's always these extra things you can check mark and pay extra money for.
That's how you get paid if enough people watch your stuff.
Right. And you can get it to where your shit will be basically presented to people who are making movies and shit like that.
Although CD Baby nor Distro Kid put your music on SoundCloud. Yeah,
well, that's probably because SoundCloud is their own thing, and they're trying to, make their own lane and not be a part of it. That's purely speculation, of course. I don't know, but yeah. I'm going to assume that's why, because why not? Why wouldn't they do that, right?
Right.
You got to upload it yourself.
I know.
So I don't know why. That's weird. But yeah, I mean, unless you want to talk on anything else, I think we can wrap this whole thing on up.
I'm done.
All right. Well, yeah, so I'm going to have the social medias dragging up on down, and you're going to see all of our shits. I'm Below Dirt. She's Melody K.
Don't speak
Oh, yeah, whoops,
for
I keep
me.
doing that. My bad. I'm so sorry. It's 2021.
I am Melody K, okay?
That's her name. Yeah, so look at all of our social medias and check that out. And go and check out Melody K's latest single, Adult Life.
Thanks.
Yeah, because she didn't say
Thanks,
I will.
boo-boo.
I got her. All right?
Check out Belo's latest elevator music.
Elevator music. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna just keep going back. You want to check out Melody K's early work? What was that, Miss Random? Check that out.
Miss Random, the first mixtape.
Yeah, the very first mixtape. What's up, fam? All right, y'all. Going peace out. This is the Ice Cream Doughnut Podcast. What's your name?
Laters, baby.
Peace.